What's up folks, my name is Felix. Welcome back to a new video where we're going to talk about Altlayer, another testnet opportunity which will most likely end up in an airdrop. They will also most likely airdrop to all tier stakers. And that's what I want to talk about first before we get into this tutorial. So Altlayer had a funding just recently in August 2023, where one of the bigger investors was Binance Labs, and they also had a seed round where they raised 7.2 million US dollars, where Polychain Capital was one of the lead investors, so another tier 1 venture capital company. And I don't know what you are currently doing if you are not staking any tier. That's the only job you have to receive multiple airdrops in 2024, most likely also in 2025. Of course, it won't be done with just staking one tier. I also don't think 5 or 10 tier will be enough because more and more people are now jumping onto the train. So I would stake at least 20. And if you want to avoid straight numbers, stake at least 21 tier tokens. I know tier is on a ballistic run currently. We are sitting, as I'm recording this video right now, at 19 US dollars. And we only saw one way, and this was the way up from the airdrop in late October and the beginning of November, where the airdrop price was at around 2 to 3 US dollars. Now we are sitting at a market cap of roughly 3 billion US dollars, but there won't be any token unlocks until November. So we will just have the circulating supply of the current 15.5%. So there won't get any more tokens in circulation. And as most of the people are currently staking them, I think we will see a run to at least 25 or 30 US dollars until shortly before this token unlock event happens. Maybe even more. This modular thesis and airdrop narrative behind it is way too big currently to fade staking your tier tokens. But that's just my take on it. If I wouldn't fade any play this new crypto cycle, it's definitely having some tier tokens and stake them into the validators or go the route through Milky Way and Demex and then loop this position and afterwards stake it into the validators. And the project we are currently taking a look at is also built with the modular technology. We can see that, for example, if we go into the Celestia homepage, click on Explore and explore the ecosystem, literally the first or second project which pops up here in this case is Altlayer. You already saw some other projects. I made a testnet video about Berachain. We see the Dimension airdrop currently happening. I will definitely do a video about Eclipse and all the other interesting projects which will most likely do an airdrop. But today we want to concentrate on the testnet of Altlayer because this might give us a leverage, a bigger position on the airdrop, which will most likely be distributed later on. So the few steps you have to do here just take around 10 minutes. It depends on how long the bridge process takes, but more about that in a few seconds. The first thing you want to do, I will of course provide all the links down in the description, is come over to this homepage and connect your wallet and add the Nitrogen network. Once you did that, we want to get some testnet tokens in the L2 faucet. Therefore, you just have to go to select tokens and you want to select the Nitrogen testnet. So you just click and tick the box. Then you go on confirm the selection. Then you paste in your wallet address and finally you click on get tokens. Then we also want to get some Arbitrum Sepolia testnet tokens. The only thing you have to do here is create an account if you don't have one. And then you just enter your wallet address here and click on send me Ethereum. We need that to proceed the bridge process in a few moments. Once you also receive those tokens, we can come over to the official Arbitrum bridge. And the first thing we have to do here is to add the Nitrogen testnet. Therefore, you just click on your wallet address once you connected it to this page, and then you go to settings. Then this page here should pop up. And the thing you want to do is to go all the way down to this white box here, and we need to input some code, which we get from another page from the docs of Altlayer. There we scroll all the way down until we see this code here. Once you see this code, you go into the top right corner and copy this code, come back to the bridge page and just paste it into this white box here. Then you click on add chain, which is now behind my face cam. And once you did that, in my case I already did it, that's why the red code here in this case pops up. The Nitrogen testnet should be visible down here. And then what you want to do is bridging some Arbitrum Sepolia. So you just search for the Arbitrum Sepolia testnet. You can find it also here, and then bridged over to the nitrogen testnet. So you choose nitrogen and bridge. Yeah, you should have gotten around 0.5 ETH. So bridge at least 0.2 or 0.3 ETH, that we can in the next step deploy our contract on the Altlayer testnet, because that's what we want to do now. We come over to a third web. You also want to connect your wallet here. You click on contracts, then you want to click on deploy contract. We want to deploy a token contract. That's why we choose token. You want to give this contract a name, for example, random 14. You don't need to put in a symbol or a description. The only thing you have to do is choose the right network. So in my case, I also already added the nitrogen testnet. But if you just click on here and click on add custom network, you can add it manually. That's what we want to do here. So you type in nitrogen because that's the name. Here it says network already exists, but if you haven't added it yet, this shouldn't pop up. Then you want to paste in the chain ID. So we come back to the first page we visited where we connected our wallet. Then you just copy the chain ID, come back to a third web, paste it in, currency symbol, in this case it's Ethereum. And then we also need the RPC URL, which you can get also on this page. So you just copy this RPC URL, come back to third web, paste it in, and then you just click on add network. Once this is done, you can now deploy the contract by clicking deploy now, which is again behind my face cam, and confirm the transaction on your wallet. So you have to pay some testnet Ethereum, and that's already it, and all steps are done. To mention that here as well, the bridge transaction takes a while. I, for example, did all the other steps on day one, and after the bridge transaction went through, which took a lot of hours, I did all the other steps, for example, deploying the smart contract. Just that you know, you have to be patient here. Again, this is a testnet, and testnets often don't have that much capacities and are congested. So if you have any questions about the mentioned steps, feel free to drop them below this video. If you don't want to miss future content on such kind of topics, because I'm mainly concentrating on the modular thesis and the airdrop narrative around it, this is the right channel for you. Just hit the subscribe button and you will be updated every single day once I upload a new video. If you like today's one, would be great if you can hit the like button, and we'll meet in the next one.